recording. Hi, welcome to Precarious Pixels. Bob, do our call sign.
Hey.
Oh.
Caw!
Sorry for Bob yelling in your ears.
It wasn't a yell.
That will be our new... you'll do that at the beginning of every episode now.
It was a chirp. I will not.
Oh.
I will not.
You know what? You can say no all you want. I can actually just take that little snippet you just did, and I can run it through every time.
I hope not.
I will.
Okay.
No.
I'm so sorry.
No, I won't do that. Hi, everybody. I'm Tim. This is Bob.
I am.
Caca.
Caca.
Caca to you all. And it's very fitting for we're in the month of October.
Do you say caca?
What? Do I what?
What do you say?
Caca.
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 Oh my god.
What?
Nothing.
Go ahead, say it.
Caca.
Caca.
There you go.
You
say caca.
What's wrong with saying caca?
It sounds like you're saying like caca, but wrong.
Oh. I am. On purpose, no.
Oh my gosh. You know what? Sometimes the accents, like you don't really notice anybody's accent.
Are you making fun of?
I'm not.
Okay.
But it's just like little words that people say differently. Like I used to know somebody who couldn't say family.
Really?
Yeah, they said it. They said it weird. It was like family.
Is this like
it was an O?
Is this like bagels? Like people say bagels wrong?
Ew. You know what?
Welcome to Precarious Pixels, everybody. We're going to talk about how everybody says things incorrectly.
Bill Burr has a joke about cruise liners. And if you don't know the joke, you should look it up. It's pretty epic. But anybody that says bagels should be on those cruise liners.
Bagels. You never watched Community?
Yeah.
Britta says bagels.
She does.
And they make fun of her for it.
Britta's weird in general.
Yes. But awesome.
Yeah. She's in some random new horror movie I saw a trailer for.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Good for her.
It's not.
Why?
I don't know. She's probably a better actress than random horror movie extra.
Maybe that's all she wants to do right now.
Maybe. I forget what it was. Oh, well.
I feel like she does like plays and stuff, and then like randomly does like. I remember I watched her in like one movie. It was like, I wish I could remember the name of it, but it was harsh, where she was like a teen prostitute and stuff. It was like heavy. I'm like, I know you from comedy things. Why are you in this movie?
That's not funny at all.
I know.
You don't actually want to get rid of Britta.
No. So, speaking of people that say things incorrectly and funny and weird, I watched a movie recently, a Halloween-themed movie. Yeah, that's right. I'm segueing.
Are you working funny into this? Because I don't think
you're
it's
right.
going to happen.
It is not funny. I watched Hubie Halloween and am forever changed for it. Don't watch this movie. I watched it because I thought it'd be interesting because they shoot it in Salem, Massachusetts, outside Boston.
Again, the same place that they filmed Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus in Salem.
I think.
And I was like, oh, I love Salem. I can't go there this year or whatever. It's fine. It's just the time we're living in.
You think with all those witches, they'd be able to keep the coronavirus at bay?
I know, that's what I thought. But I was like, oh, look, they shot in Salem. I'll watch it just to see, like, the stuff, the Salem Museum, the Witch Museum, and all that stuff. And I was just like, but I didn't realize what I was actually in store for was a test of physical endurance. To hear Adam Sandler do his weird voices. Like, he pretty much did, like, the Waterboy voice. And
Bobby Boucher?
I think his name was, like, Hubie Dubois or something like that. I think his name was, like, Hubert Scooby-Doopy Dubois or something like that.
I hope Scooby-Doopy is part of his name.
I'm pretty sure it was. Like,
Scooby-Dooby-Doo-Wah.
yeah, I think his mom...
Oh my god.
I'm pretty sure it was like Hubie Scooby Dubois or something like that. And I'm just like... I'm like, why? What? I have no idea. Well, I mean, I know why. I mean, Netflix gave him money to make this movie. And they're probably like, hey, we've got an idea for a Halloween movie. And they're like, great, go make it. And then never read a script. And if there was a script, that would really surprise me. I mean, nothing was funny in it. It was ridiculous. Like, I've seen, like, just goofy, ridiculous comedies. This wasn't even one of those. It was just not good. It was so bad, and so many talented people were in it. Ray Liotta was in this movie. Ray Liotta.
Yeah. I'm sorry, did you not know that Al Pacino was in Jack and Jill?
I did.
Al Pacino.
But I just thought,
where he does a commercial in the middle of it for the Dunkachino. Yeah. So...
Well, this one, I mean, pretty much this movie was sponsored by Kit Kats or whatever, like candy. I have no idea.
Brought to you by candy.
Yeah, it was pretty much brought to you by, like, every kind of, like, I forget who owns Kit Kat, but I think it's...
Hershey.
Hershey. So it was brought to you by Hershey. Awful. And just makes no sense. It literally just, like, makes no sense. This guy still lives with his mom. He's 40. His only job he feels in life is to make sure everybody is safe on Halloween. And, of course, hijinks ensue.
So he's not, like, appointed by some sort of spiritual entity, is he? He's just, like, a guy that really likes Halloween.
He's a guy who really likes Halloween.
Got it. Okay.
And...
Because that's a big difference.
It is.
The first time you explained it to me, I thought he was, like, the spirit of Halloween.
No.
That's even worse.
And he has his magic thermos, or a thermos that he claims to have made himself, which... is like a thermos that pretty much does everything. Can shoot grappling hooks and has a blender and a side compartment that has his asthma inhaler in it. It makes no sense at all.
He's 54, by the way.
Oh, yes. So a 54-year-old living with his mother, who actually, his mother was funnier in that movie than he was.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And... just like all the other actors in it, I'm just like, Steve Buscemi, you were in Boardwalk Empire, for God's sakes. You were in Reservoir Dogs. Why are you in this movie as a, spoiler alert, but don't ever watch this movie, as a pretend werewolf guy? It was ridiculous on so many levels, and so many people are in it. Shaquille O'Neal shows up. Shaquille O'Neal. Hall of Famer. Pretty sure he has a gold medal from the Olympics.
I mean, Shaquille O'Neal was also a rapping genie that lived in a boombox at one point. So,
listen, hey,
I wouldn't put him on the same page as Ray Liotta.
I would rather watch Kazam on an endless loop than watch another minute of this movie.
Fair enough.
Don't forget, he was in Steel.
He was in Steel.
And he made the game Shaq Fu.
2 of them.
That's right. 2 Shaq Fus. No. So yeah, this movie was ridiculous.
How long was it?
Too long. I think it was like an hour and 48 minutes.
Wow. It's not even a super short one.
No. It was not. I felt like it was a forever movie. It was like, this isn't over yet. But I'll give you the gist of it is Hubie Scooby Dubois, whatever the hell his name is there to protect Halloween. People start disappearing. There could be like an escaped mental patient that could be it. It could be Ray Liotta doing something, but no, it turns out that is his own mother kidnaps all the people that made fun of him because...
Spoiler!
I know, I'm so sorry. Who made fun of him and is going to burn them like witches in their backyard. But Hubie forgives them and then also becomes the mayor of the town at the end.
Oh my god.
That's right.
He becomes the mayor?
Yeah, because at the very end, I think I don't know, the woman who is way out of his league, who falls in love with him, just because that's got to be a thing in his movies.
That's been a thing in his movies since day one.
I know. It's ridiculous.
Since since his teacher, Sonya Blade, fell in love with him.
Oh, that's right. She was Sonya Blade.
Yeah.
Original Mortal Kombat. Oh, we'll get to that later. But, yeah, so Hubie saves the day, saves the people, forgives the people for trying to, like, make fun of him or whatever, and torturing him for years. It's ridiculous. Kevin James is, like, the police chief. I don't even know who Ray Liotta plays. It's just some guy, just random person that just, like, makes fun of him.
He's J. Biota.
That's right. It's just like, it makes no sense to me. Michael Chiklis plays a priest in this. Michael Chiklis. The guy from The Commish and The Shield.
Yep.
Yeah, makes no sense.
He's just in it.
Yeah.
Maybe he just wanted to hang out with Adam Sandler. I bet you Adam Sandler throws some great parties.
I bet he does. I bet, I'm not saying Adam Sandler's not a nice guy. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying he's not funny. He was a random cameo in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. He was very funny on that. But this movie was horribly written. It was ridiculous. It was not funny. The jokes were like, I was just like, this, like, 15-year-olds wouldn't even find this funny. Like, I was trying to be like, oh, maybe this is like a kid's movie kind of funny. It's not even that level.
Do you know what's offensive about it?
What?
Is that people say that Adam Sandler just never grew out of doing the same thing. Like, that's why these things keep getting made.
Yeah.
But that's not the case.
No.
Because you could still go back now and watch Happy Gilmore or Billy Madison.
Yeah.
Or even to a certain extent, Mr. Deeds.
Yeah.
And Big Daddy. And they'd still be good movies.
Right.
They'd still be funny. They'd still make you laugh.
Yeah.
It's not that he didn't grow out of it. It's just that he somehow didn't understand what was funny. Because it was never... I don't know. It's not like those movies were like this.
No.
Like, Happy Gilmore has a plot that makes sense.
Right.
The cameos that are in it are funny.
Yeah.
Right? Bob Barker.
Yeah, that fight with Bob Barker, it's hilarious.
It's iconic.
Yeah.
But no, I don't get it.
No. And Big Daddy, that's a pretty decent movie.
Steve Buscemi cameoing in Billy Madison is probably one of the best cameos ever.
Yeah.
Like, it's hilarious. Simple.
Yeah.
To the point, and it works.
Yeah.
But no, this, I don't get it.
No.
Stop it. Stop it, Adam Sandler.
But yeah, so don't watch this movie. It was not good.
I hate that you felt the need to watch this because you've avoided so many.
I know. And I was just like, you know what, I'll give it a chance. I got to see Salem. I just kind of concentrated on seeing, like, this. I was like, oh, I was there. I was happy when I was there. This movie does not make me happy.
You should watch Pixels.
Pixels? No. I've seen clips from Pixels. I will not watch Pixels, sir.
Pixels is the one that I saw. No, the one that I saw in theaters that I actually walked out of with Adam Sandler. Because I had to. Like, I had to take a minute.
Right.
Was Blended. And that has Terry Crews in it.
Blended?
Yeah. You might not know Blended.
No.
So, Blended is the movie, one of the many with Drew Barrymore.
Oh.
I think it's Drew Barrymore.
Probably.
Actually, now that I think of it, it could have been Jennifer Aniston, because that became a thing after that.
Yeah.
Where he's a divorcee, and she's a divorcee.
Is this the one where they go to Africa?
Yeah.
I actually think I've seen this movie.
It's terrible.
It's not a good movie.
It's terrible.
It was pretty much just like, Africa's gonna pay us a bunch of money to make a movie in their country.
You think so?
Oh yeah, because those happen. I've seen, and honestly, I've seen a lot of comedy. Like, there's another one. What's the movie? I wish I could remember the name of it. But basically, Kelsey Grammer and Kristen. What's her name from Frozen? The Good Place.
Belle?
What is it?
Belle. Kristen Bell.
Yes, Kristen Bell. Basically, are in this comedy that is like a Seth Rogen type comedy, and it's on like a cruise liner, and it's pretty much like a cruise liner paid them to be like, hey, be in a movie on a cruise liner.
No idea.
Yeah, I think it's another Netflix thing.
Oh, okay, that could be why.
But it is like
Kelsey Grammer.
I know, right?
And Kristen Bell in the same. That's weird.
That's father and daughter.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nope.
And Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen's on it too?
Yep.
Oh, good. Forgetting Sarah Marshall, I guess.
Sure.
Well, didn't he produce that?
Which one? Forgetting Sarah Marshall?
Yeah.
I don't know if he did. He might have.
I feel like he was involved somehow.
I don't know. But the movie was, I think, written by his, I don't know, wife, girlfriend? I forget. But she wrote another movie called A Good Time Call, for a Good Time Call or something like that. It's actually a pretty decent movie. But anyways, sorry. I think it's one of those cases where they're like, hey, we'll pay you a bunch of money if you make a movie here or whatever.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure that's what happened. I don't think Salem was just like, hey, we'll pay you a bunch of money if you'll make a movie here. I'm pretty sure it was, hey, Adam Sandler, this is Netflix. We'll sign you a deal. Just make a bunch of movies. One of them has to be a Halloween movie. So whatever you can come up.
Do you think Netflix gave him the caveat that it had to be a Halloween movie?
Maybe. Because they're like...
No.
I'm betting they were just like, hey, we need these type of movies. Do like a funny Western or something.
Is it super family friendly?
It's family friendly enough. There's no nudity. I don't remember a lot of cursing. There's not a lot of obscene jokes. I mean, there's poop and pee jokes, but nothing. I can't think of anybody.
Maybe it's for small children.
No.
Because I guess his most successful things right now are Hotel Transylvania.
Yeah. Hotel Transylvania, which is made by Genndy Tartakovsky, who is an Emmy winner.
Yeah, but that's his most successful thing, and that has Steve Buscemi and all in it.
Oh yeah, all those guys are in it. Kevin James is in that. Trying to think who else is in that. But there's like a lot of Happy Madison people in that as well.
Yeah.
But those are actually written by smart people who won Emmys.
I like how upset you are that I lumped that in with this.
I know, but it is kind of like he does like weird, I don't like the Dracula voice. But those are actually funnier and make sense. This has no... I think it was probably like, you know what? He was probably like, Hotel Transylvania, I should do a Halloween movie.
But he's in those.
Yeah, but he's like, but not made by my company. Those are made by Sony.
Do you think it's a thing where he's not shown, so that upsets him?
Oh, just doing a voice?
Yeah, do you think it's an ego thing?
Maybe? I don't know. That's a weird one. I don't know.
I'd love to talk to Adam Sandler for 10 minutes.
I bet, you know what? I bet he's a super nice guy.
I'm sure he is, but I want to ask him the questions that nobody will ever ask him on an interview show.
Yeah.
Adam Sandler, explain to me why you thought Hubie Halloween, or whatever this is called, was a good idea.
He's like, let me count you the ways. And he pulls out a like
is it just the money, Adam Sandler? Is it? How did
he
you
pulls out
feel?
20 million reasons why it's there. He made this movie.
How'd you feel after the Sony hacks?
What were the Sony hacks?
Oh,
well, I mean, I remember the Sony hacks.
There were emails from higher ups in the company asking why they continued to make movies with Adam Sandler.
Really?
This was before the Netflix deal, when he had the weird deal with Sony. I swear, Adam Sandler has just blackmail photos.
He must. Like, honestly, I'm sure he's a nice guy.
Adam Sandler, the Jeffrey Epstein
oh my God.
of the cinematic universe.
Let's not go there. Let's not lump him in with that. Let's not lump him in with human monsters.
I'm just kidding. I'm sure it's not that bad. But there's got to be some reason. There's some appeal. And it's not people watching it.
It's got to be nostalgic. Be like, oh, I remember when this guy was funny. I remember.
But somebody
Paul
has
Blart,
to be saying $40 million is not nostalgia. $20 million. The Sony deal was like $20 million a picture.
Yeah.
What? And it wasn't a good one.
No. I really couldn't tell you why.
Who saw Little Nicky and thought, "Yep, I'm going there." Oof. Who saw Little Nicky and thought, "This is the future for media"?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, Little Nicky more watchable than this movie.
And he also does the voice.
Yeah,
he has a weird voice in Little Nicky.
Yeah, he loves doing weird voices for characters. I'm just like, just use your regular voice. Your regular voice is ridiculous enough.
Oh my God.
But
I'm gonna have to see this movie now.
Do not watch this movie.
I'm gonna watch the movie.
Don't waste your life. This is an hour and 48 minutes. I will never get back. Never.
I don't know.
It's a terrible movie.
It's got Kevin James in it.
Ugh.
The self-proclaimed king of the pratfall. I don't know if he actually said that.
Did he?
No.
Okay.
I think that's Chevy Chase.
And he's great. Chevy Chase is great at it.
Yeah, Kevin James also falls down a lot. I'm sure he's good at it.
Right.
Maybe too hard. Maybe that explains it.
No. Doesn't explain what Michael Chiklis, Ray Liotta. Like, these people don't need to be in this movie.
Yeah, Michael Chiklis, I don't get. I get the Ray Liotta thing, because he probably saw that Adam Sandler was doing a movie, and he's like, I really liked Observe and Report. That was fun.
Okay.
And so he made this, because he was in that.
He was in that, but that wasn't Adam Sandler.
I know, but he's like comedies.
It was a dark comedy, and a good one, too. You know who I was surprised I didn't see in this? And I was like, oh, she's on Netflix. Winona Ryder. Where's Winona?
Why would she be in it? Because of Mr. Deeds?
Mr. Deeds. And then I was like, well, they're probably Netflix people, so...
No.
Stranger Things. Winona shows up.
She's like actually crazy now.
No, she's not crazy.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
I'm sure she's fine.
Watch her in an interview.
I have seen her in interviews.
I think she's the one who met Xenu.
Is she Scientologist?
I don't know.
Okay.
But I wouldn't be surprised.
No. The Scientologists were like, no, thanks.
She might be a Sandler-tologist. Maybe that's it. Maybe there is another religion that we don't know about.
I was half expecting, like, either her, Drew Barrymore was going to show up, Jennifer Aniston was going to make a cameo or something.
No, they got Modern Family lady.
Yeah.
And I think that's even still in the air. Like, she doesn't even need money.
No, she doesn't.
But simply because she was in Happy Gilmore.
Years ago.
Yeah.
She's moved on.
No.
You sure that it doesn't seem like her?
It is the same girl.
I can't believe that. It's just crazy to me.
You are with this.
It's upsetting. This movie upset me in general. But so I've been watching some Halloween movies. Have you been seeing any Halloween movies? Hopefully better.
As promised, I watched the Hunt last week.
Good.
But we haven't had a chance to talk about it yet.
Right.
I thought it was pretty solid overall. There were a couple plot holes that bugged me, and they shouldn't because it's a stupid horror action movie.
And spoilers for The Hunt if you haven't seen it.
Yeah. Yeah, there are some spoilers, but basically the concept behind the hunt is that a group of liberals
Yes.
Decides that they're going to hunt a group of, I guess, conservatives.
Yeah.
Though they could just be conspiracy theorists.
That's what I was thinking, too.
Because I don't know that it necessarily relies on their...
And honestly, it just seemed more like people that they hated on social media kind of stuff. Like, I don't necessarily know if they had to be conservative. They just seemed to be people that they hated on social media stuff.
That was just the light that they painted when they first did it. Animal Farm references.
Yeah. Animal Farm.
They named the people they kidnap after characters from Animal Farm. But yeah, they just they knock them out wherever they are, bring them to this place to be hunted, and give them weapons, but then immediately kill them.
Yeah. Like, it makes no... Like, it was just like, that's not even really giving them a chance.
Like, they don't even know what's happening at that
point.
Like, there should have been a few warning shots or something. But I guess they're just... The point was that they're new to this.
Right.
And they don't really care.
And they're almost kind of like doing... like, the most dangerous game, but not really doing the most dangerous game.
Yeah. And I think they're in Bosnia.
Yeah, I think it's Bosnia. For some reason. Random.
And then the leader of the liberals is Hilary Swank.
Right.
I don't know who the main girl is in this.
Oh, she's been in a lot of stuff. I really wish I could remember her name right now. But she was on Glow. She played Liberty Bell.
Okay.
She's been in a few things here and there. But I think this is like the first time that she's just played like she's like the lead in it, kind of thing.
I can see her in an action movie, like 100%.
100%.
They should just put her in stuff.
Yeah, she's great, and like honestly, really good actor.
Yeah.
On Glow. Have you watched Glow?
No, but in this,
yeah,
like this movie didn't merit the actors that it had.
Yeah,
and they did a great job.
They did a great job.
And they're all solid.
Yeah.
Even what's his name from It's Always Sunny did a good job.
Oh, yeah.
Dennis is in it.
Right.
Glenn Howerton, I think is his name.
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah, they just get picked off one by one, and she's trying to find out what's going on, and then she starts fighting back better than they can, and
right.
That's what happens.
Basically, that's the whole thing, and then
she may or may not have been the right person. I guess they go for she wasn't the right person. She wasn't even supposed to be there.
Right. It was basically a mix-up, because she has a name similar to the woman they were looking for.
Yeah.
But her and Hilary Swank have a great fight at the end.
Yeah.
That's a really good fight.
It's very Kill Bill.
Very. And a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yes.
And so a lot of the kills in it are kind of like fun, weird kills.
Yeah, they definitely go for it. Even the very first thing that you see.
Yeah.
They shoo. Which I won't spoil anymore. But I recommend watching it as long as you don't mind blood.
A lot of blood and guts.
Yeah.
They did not spare on any of that.
I mean, but it's an R-rated Blumhouse film, so
yeah.
You usually get that. I did see a couple other R-rated Blumhouse films.
Yes. So you saw the Unfriended series?
I saw the Unfriended cinematic universe.
That's right. All 2 of them.
All 2 of them? Well, who knows?
You know what? They could probably make like 10 of those movies now.
They might have, and we might not even know it's part of the same cinematic universe, because they had that movie, Searching, with Cho, John Cho.
Oh, okay.
Harold.
Yes.
Which was also done on a computer screen.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But much more serious in tone.
Right.
So this movie, the first Unfriended, is about this girl gets bullied by a group of her friends.
Right. And then kind of like bullied online as well.
But they're the ringleaders.
Right.
And then ends up killing herself. And then a year after that...
Spoiler alert.
the friends are all hanging out online, and I guess they do this all the time, Skyping, and somebody else enters the Skype call, and events happen that leads to deaths.
Yes, a lot of deaths.
A lot of deaths in incredibly gruesome ways.
Yeah, and it's a bunch of teenagers, right?
It is. They're high school students. And they're not good people.
Right. But they're also kids.
They're also kids. And that's the first movie, and it's very supernatural. Mm-hmm. The second movie is not.
Yeah, the second movie, Unfriended, the Dark Web.
Just Unfriended Dark Web, I think it's called. I don't think it's the Dark Web. I could be wrong.
Well, Dark Web. That's either way.
Also super dark.
But not supernatural.
Not supernatural at all. It's very much a, Illuminati almost.
Right.
About this guy, he finds a laptop. It's not his, but he takes it home and he messes around on it. And the person who owns the laptop before him turns out to be a killer for hire that kills people in awful ways for money.
Right.
And the people who he kills, the people who hire him, we'll put it that way.
Right.
Find out that his laptop is missing.
Right. And
come after the people that are on a Skype call with this guy that took the laptop.
Right.
And that happens. And not supernatural at all. The only thing weird about it, or supernatural about it, is that they have blockers that mess with their image whenever they're in front of a camera.
Right. Until
the very end.
Right.
When they're just like, hey, where are you guys? Oh my god, the reasoning. Oh my god, the reasoning. So the group of friends that are initially on the Skype call, the victims that will be,
right,
it's game night. So they're going to play Cards Against Humanity.
Okay.
I didn't get to the reasoning for why they planted this. So it turns out that this cult or group or whatever, this Illuminati, that does this, planted this to make all these people look like the killers, and they're the ones involved as they take them out and make it look like suicides. The reasoning they give is that it's game night.
Right. That makes no sense.
Yeah, it doesn't. But they do that. And that's their game. And they're not messing around.
Right.
They really do kill people pretty bad.
Yeah.
And their murders are not made to look like suicides, except for these people.
Right.
The others are like, it's very hostile. But worse. Oh, there's one. There's one.
Oh yeah?
I can't.
Oh yeah? Pretty bad?
Yeah. It's similar to what we were talking about from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Ooh. That's not good.
But it's different.
Oof.
Yeah. And the person is still alive. Yeah.
That's not good.
No.
I love we're being so vague.
Well, I don't want to. That's a gross one. I don't want to.
But just watch it and you'll find out for yourself. Overall, for the Unfriended movies, first one you liked?
The first one was okay. The second one was better. Still pretty weird, and there's plot holes, but they're fine. I mean, they're fine. They're not bad movies.
Yeah, I mean, if you can stand watching a thing that looks like a Zoom meeting.
Yeah, I mean, they do a good job of keeping it interesting because it's constantly other stuff changing, and the one hacker has control of the computer.
Okay.
So it'll even change perspectives, and they're really good at keeping the pace going and keeping you on the edge of your seat for what's going to happen next. Like, you don't know. You know usually who's gonna get taken out next, but you don't know how it's going to happen.
Okay.
And it's interesting. It definitely mess with you.
Okay.
I'd recommend watching at least the second one. You might not even need to bother with the first because they're not really sequels.
Okay. All right.
Cinematic universe.
Cinematic
That's
universe.
what I'm calling it.
Nice. All right. So I also saw a kind of a new release. There was this is a movie that Hulu actually produced by I believe it's called The Book of Blood. And it's originally I think a series of books that were actually written, or maybe it was just one book that had a series of stories in it by Clive Barker. And it's almost kind of, the stories themselves are connected very loosely, but like each part kind of has its own individual like story to it.
Sort of like Creepshow.
Kind of like Creepshow, or like trying to think of like something else that's like almost like a Twilight Zone kind of thing. And but they're all good. They all play very, very well together. I won't spoil anything for this, but each one kind of like deals with a different kind of like horror thing. Like one is, paranoia and body mutilation, and the other one deals kind of with like a ghost story, and then the final one is just like I don't know how to describe it, but like evil people getting comeuppance and stuff like that. But it's good. It's definitely worth checking out. Especially they shoot a section of, I think it's the middle section, which is like kind of like a 90s kind of like almost like feels like a 90s like mini series kind of like shot that way. Mm-hmm. And it's supposed to take place during that time period almost. So I think they kind of did that on purpose. And it was done very well. I liked it a lot. So definitely worth checking out.
Nice. I'm going to have to.
And it's entertaining. If you like Clive Barker type stuff, it does have that kind of Clive Barker type feel to it. Like the Hellraiser and all that stuff.
Yeah. I was thinking he's also Midnight Meat Train guy, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's him too. He's done a few things. He's done some good stuff. So, worth checking out. So, there's a few trailers we want to talk about.
Yeah.
The first one, we both had heard about.
Hubie Halloween 2.
Hubie Halloween 2. The Re-Reckoning.
I hope so.
No. But Monster Hunter came out.
The trailer.
The trailer.
Not the movie.
Not the movie. God help us all when that comes out. But
I'm excited.
Man, does it look very Resident Evil-ish. For good reason.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same director as, I think, every one of them? I don't think anybody else directed those.
I thought that, at one point, he didn't make one.
Maybe.
And she wasn't in it.
No, she's in all of them.
Okay, yeah, she is in all of them.
You're thinking Underworld, I think.
Yeah, sorry.
But
you're right.
She's in all 82 of them.
Resident Evils.
Yeah, I don't think it's 82, but...
I think I saw, I don't think the last one in theaters, but maybe the one before that. Or I'm not sure, it could have been the one before that. Resident Evil.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I don't really remember.
Resident Evil, I think I saw that one.
I don't know
what they call the next one.
Honestly, they blend together so much, it is impossible.
Well, that's because they're important and the story works so well together.
Yes, of course.
I could almost probably give you a breakdown of what the first 4 were, but
really?
I think even then I'd get lost.
I remember the first one. The first one actually was pretty decent.
First one's the manor, turns into the lab underground.
Right.
Second one is Raccoon City.
Right.
Where a nemesis shows up.
Right, and she's got superpowers.
Yes.
Right.
Third one, Apocalypse.
Is that the prison one?
No, Vegas.
Vegas.
But I think they do end up at the prison.
Okay.
And then fourth one, Alaska?
Okay. I thought the fourth one was in the desert.
No, the Vegas is the desert one.
Oh, okay.
I think the fourth one they're in Alaska. The fifth one they're back in Japan in a simulation and Michelle Rodriguez shows back up.
Wow.
Yeah. They they trick Alice, the main character,
Mm.
into thinking that she's like a normal housewife. The guy who played Carlos from The Mummy in the second one
Okay.
is back in that one, playing her husband. Kid you not.
Okay.
It's so weird. And there's like a billion clones of her. She uses those clones to fight with her. She has superpowers in these movies.
Is there a part in it where there's like a wet floor that she slides across?
She's always sliding and jumping
off,
and kicking
off
things
the
in the
walls.
face.
All right, but we're getting off the topic here. So Monster Hunter, the guy who directed those Resident Evil movies,
Paul
is like,
W.S. Anderson.
yes, comes back and he's like, "Hey Capcom, let's now do Monster Hunter with my wife," and yeah,
And Capcom's like, "Yep,
let's do it.
let's decide." It doesn't matter.
Right.
It doesn't matter because it's easy money.
It is. It's looks like the concept is there's military people that went missing in a certain area. This other group of military people go to check it out and get swept up in a magical storm that transports them to a land where monsters live. And
Monster Hunter.
yeah, so it's basically like
It's Jumanji.
I heard somebody say Kong Skull Island. Somebody said it's kind of like that. It's like they got transported to Kong Skull Island where there's a bunch of monsters. No King Kong. He's too busy fighting Godzilla. But like dragon monsters and things that are two-headed triceratops and other weird things that kind of look like dinosaurs, but not really.
The monsters in this movie are the ones from the games.
Yeah.
You'll even hear, I think they said Rathalos in the one
Right.
shot. That's one of the big ones.
Right. And even the weapons well, at first it seems like they just use the regular, like, bullets and machine guns and stuff like that, but then it's like they get met up by Ong Bak.
Tony Jaa himself.
Tony Jaa.
The Protector.
That's right. Left his elephant behind. And
That's such a good movie.
it is a good movie. I like that one.
That's the one with the staircase fight.
Is that one?
I think it's that one.
No, I thought that was the Ong Bak.
No. The Protector has like a 7-minute scene with like no cuts,
Yeah.
where he's just making his way up the staircase and fighting a guy after guy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, see, I thought that was the Ong Bak movies, but yeah, I guess you're right. Maybe that is the Protector.
No, Ong Bak is the one with the music by the RZA.
Yes. Oh, the RZA.
I remember. Do you know there was a time
Yeah.
when the trailer for the Ong Bak, the Thai Warrior movie, was just the RZA coming onto the screen saying, "Guys, you gotta check out my boy Tony Jaa. I put this music together for his movie," and then it's a trailer for Ong Bak.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't think I ever saw that one.
that was in theaters. Like they did it that way.
Wow. And then he was like, you know what? I'm going to make my own movie. It's called
Yeah.
The Man with the Iron Fists. Which, honestly, better than Iron Fist. The Marvel one. Yes. Dave Bautista.
I know Dave Bautista's in it.
So much
Doesn't make it better than the Iron Fist.
better. It does. So much better. Literal Iron Fists.
You and I disagree. I liked Iron Fist season 1.
Really?
Yeah, that was fun.
I like the other season. It was okay.
No.
Alright.
Quentin Tarantino, I think, produced that thing, Man with the Iron Fist.
No, maybe he did.
I think he did.
Didn't, but Eli Roth directed it.
I'm sure he probably did.
Yeah.
He never makes good movies.
Yes.
He made one good movie, I'm sorry.
But I think the
The
RZA
House
actually.
with the clock in its walls.
I'm pretty sure we won't talk about that thing. The RZA, I'm pretty sure wrote it. Wrote the.
I'm
both
sure
of-
he
and
did.
I think he actually directed the second one.
Yeah. Let's move it up in the world.
That's right.
There was a sequel.
That's right. But he did all the music for it.
Of course.
It's amazing.
He's the RZA.
He is. But again, we keep going off topic here. So, Tony Jaa comes along and says, "Hey, lady, let me show you. I live here. I make weapons out of monsters."
Yeah.
And shows her how to fight. Because there's, like, that's in the trailer. There's a training sequence where he kicks the crap out of her and, like, gives her magical weapons.
And then she jumps off a wall and kicks him in the head.
That's right, because I'm sure that always happens.
Almost every one of them.
Yep. So, yeah, you can pretty much see how this whole thing is going to have movie. It's she's going to go and try to destroy the gate. Like, her whole probably team dies along the way in some form or another. So it's just her.
I don't know
She's
if it's
the only one
R-rated. I think it's going to be PG-13.
You don't think that it's going to be bloody?
No.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like the Monster Hunter games aren't. I think they're teen-rated.
Are they?
Yeah, they're not gory.
Alright.
Because you don't actually kill anything for like an hour and a half, so.
Yeah, but the Resident Evil games have always been bloody.
That's what I'm saying. So I think those would be R, but I think this might be his family-friendly film.
Okay. Killing monsters.
He made Mortal Kombat PG-13.
That's true.
But that could have just been a sign of the times.
Right.
Also, he did direct Event Horizon.
Which I like Event Horizon.
Yeah, but I'm just, like, he loves blood.
Yeah.
And Pandorum.
I never saw that one.
It's trippy.
I bet.
It's, the guy who played Angel in the original X-Men movies. It's the main character in it. Shaved head. He was in, like, Alpha Dog. He always plays a nutcase.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, 310 to Yuma.
Yeah, I like that guy. He's always, like, interesting.
He's always playing a nutcase. I wasn't kidding.
No.
30 Days of Night.
Yeah. No, he's an interesting dude.
Anyway, so that, she's gonna... It's basically Rampage.
Yeah.
And then, we saw another trailer for another Tony Jaa movie.
Yes. And this one I had no idea, but I would watch this in the theater 100 times.
Yeah. It's going to be... Tim phrased it earlier that it was going to be almost as good as the Hubie Halloween.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. 1,000 times better than that. I would watch this movie 100 times before I'd watch Hubie Halloween one more time. 1 minute of Hubie Halloween one more time.
I think we need to start with what it's called.
Yes.
Before we go into what it is.
Yes. It is called Jiu-Jitsu, which is a form of martial arts.
It is. And what is the concept of this movie?
Oh, the most amazing concept. I'm going to set it up for you. So, every generation,
yeah,
there is a dimensional portal that opens up.
Like Mortal Kombat.
Like Mortal Kombat, kinda. And a spaceman ninja comes through. Wait. And he has to fight a bunch of people. But if they don't fight, he kills everybody on the earth.
Okay.
And the man who is telling you all of this, crazy, dumb spaceman is coming to kill us all. It's Nicolas Cage.
That's right.
Because, of course, Nicolas Cage. Of course it's Nicolas Cage in a movie called Jiu-Jitsu. It has nothing to do with Jiu-Jitsu.
Is Nicolas Cage one of those martial arts guys?
Oh, you know he is. That's right. In fact, I guarantee Nicolas Cage will be the last guy.
You think so?
It seems to be, like, it really seems to be like a Mortal Kombat type
I think it's going to be that
situation.
kickboxer guy.
No, it's going to be Nicolas Cage. Because if they make a sequel, Jiu-Jitsu 2...
Please, what is the appropriate name of this movie? The sequel.
The second one?
Yeah.
It'll be called,
Because I already know it.
What is it?
Jiu-Jitsu.
Jiu-Jitsu. Yes.
But spelled T-O-O.
Okay. See, I was going to say the next one's going to be called Ninjutsu or something like... It'll be like something else.
No,
or it'll be called Judo. Just ridiculous. So, yeah. So, in Jiu-Jitsu, And, like, it is kind of Mortal Kombat. It's the best fighters from around the world. So Tony Jaa's coming to fight the space alien
Who
man.
all fight with jujitsu.
And it literally it looks like they were like, let's take Mortal Kombat and Predator
and G.I. Joe
and mash them up into one thing.
Because that alien looks a lot like Snake Eyes.
He does, but like with
or Storm Shadow.
Yeah, Snake Eyes pretty much. But like he can disappear like the Predator, and he has a bunch of ninja stars he's throwing, but are like spaceman ninja stars. It is, and I'm not saying spaceman as like, oh, I'm being a joke. Nicolas Cage calls him a spaceman.
Yeah.
It is.
He doesn't call him an alien.
He doesn't call him alien because they're spaceman that we have to fight. And I'm going to fight him with a sword. And Nicolas Cage is sword fighting this guy in a red headband.
Like Rambo.
That's right. With his hair just flowing. I really hope it's just like him at the end fighting him.
I hope that's halfway through the movie, and then he doesn't make it, and then he turns into one of the Force ghosts from Star Wars.
He becomes a true jujitsu master.
Or he wins and he's evil the whole time, and it's the end of Mortal Kombat.
Oh, okay.
Where he's just in the sky, yelling down at everybody.
Yes. Oh my god, I forgot about that. Oh man. But this movie looks amazing. It has pretty much martial artists. What's his name? Oh god, he was from
The Purge. Frank Grillo.
Frank Grillo, who was also in all those like Captain America, Winter Soldier, and he was in the Civil War.
He was Crossbones.
He was Crossbones, and it was awesome because I loved that character. I wish they didn't kill him immediately, which I was so disappointed. I was just like, oh come on, just lock him up, just have him come back. 10 more movies where he fights Captain America with weird gauntlet fist things. Nope. But so he's in this. Other people that I don't recognize, a lot of them martial artists or stuntmen of some kind, I'm sure.
The one girl's name is something Juju.
Yeah. You sure it's not JoJo?
No, I think it's Juju. I think it's Juju.
Sure it's not Mojo Jojo?
I hope not. I hope it's even more ridiculous than that.
Right. But it's like they're all fighting the Spaceman Ninja to save the world. It's amazing. And Nicolas Cage tells you all of this in the trailer. It's so good.
And it's from the director of some kickboxer movie I've never heard of.
Yeah. Which I was like, they're still making kickboxer movies?
Yeah.
It was like Kickboxer Retribution or Retaliation or something. Kickboxer. Ridiculous. But
I don't think people even respected the first Kickboxer movie.
I think they were okay with it. Wasn't the first one was Van Damme?
Yeah.
I think they respected it. I remember seeing that as a kid, and I think it was like maybe 12 or 13. And I was like, this is amazing. He's going to roundhouse that guy.
That's what he did, I'm sure.
That's right.
Then he did a split.
I'm sure. That's his move. And he did it like on 2 cars.
Yeah. Or on his kitchen counter.
That's right.
In a Time Cop.
In his undies.
Yep. Time Cop is a terrible movie.
It's an amazing movie. Amazing movie. He had a mullet in that.
He had a mullet in the 90s, was all you needed to say.
I really wish that there was a recent show called, I think it was just called Van Damme or something like that, which pretty much made fun of the whole concept of him and like the crazy stuff he used to do in the 90s.
Yeah.
But I don't think it kept going.
Probably not.
No. It looked really funny. But I'm surprised he's not in this.
He might show up.
He might. You know what? He's a spaceman. That's it. Because you don't see his face. The guy is completely covered. And it's like a blank face. If that helmet comes off, because it looks like he's wearing just like an armored suit. If that face comes off and it's like Jean-Claude Van Damme, best movie ever.
I hope the face comes off and he looks like a hideous alien monster.
No, actually, I hope it comes off and it's Nicolas Cage. It's an alien race of Nicolas Cages. That's what it turns out. That Nicolas Cage helps us, but also it's his race of people that fight against us.
They have to bring him back to his family.
That's right.
I believe it.
That would be the best ending. It's like it takes off the helmet. It's like, you've defeated me, but it is yourself that you have defeated. And then he goes, oh, oh. He does that weird voice thing he does.
You know what else it could be?
What?
Just a bunch of bees.
Not the bees! Not the bees! Ah!
And they can't get out because they're in that suit that's like airproof.
Yeah.
But then he like bashes it open with the sword hilt.
I'm just waiting for him to go, I'm going to take your face off.
He kind of does a face thing.
He does the face off. He does like do a thing. I'm just like, if it's John Travolta in there, this would be the best movie of all time.
This is the guy who, in a movie, said, shoot him again, his soul's still dancing.
Oh, man.
Bad Lieutenant 2.
Oh.
I not even 2. Bad Lieutenant, Port of Call, New Orleans. Terrible title. That's what it was called.
Really?
Yeah.
Man. We might have to do a Cage cast.
You've not seen that one?
No, because...
Eva Mendes is in it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
That's a Cage movie.
Yeah, but I would go back to theaters to watch Jiu-Jitsu.
Oh yeah, I will open a theater so we can just air Jiu-Jitsu.
Just non-stop airing Jiu-Jitsu.
1 week of Jiu-Jitsu and the rest is just Face Off.
Yes, or Season of the Witch.
Oh man, I've not seen Season of the Witch. I know Ron Perlman's in it.
Yeah,
but Face Off is good. So you and I disagree on this. I don't think you seriously enjoy the movie.
What, Face Off?
Yeah.
Oh, I enjoy it. Especially the part where they flip around and they look at each other in the mirror and then shoot through the mirror. It's brilliant.
The director didn't speak English.
John Woo?
Yeah.
He speaks perfect English.
He does not.
He does.
No.
He was doing like, he did Face Off, Mission Impossible. That's right. He was doing all that stuff. He almost did the Ninja Turtles movie.
The Mission Impossible 2.
Yes.
Also, Broken Arrow.
Oh my god. Yeah.
There was a point in time where there was a connection between John Travolta, Christian Slater, and Nicolas Cage. Oh. And they weren't in the same movie.
They should have been. That would have been, like, they should just got rid of, oh man. I can't think of his... No, man, I'm thinking of the wrong movie. I'm thinking of Con Air.
Oh, man.
I was going to say replace John Cusack with Christian Slater.
No, if anything, he'd be Cusack's boss, the one whose car he steals.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The license plate. I can't swear on the podcast.
No. But yeah, definitely Jiu-Jitsu is definitely something we're going to have to watch.
Yeah. And it's opening soon. I think it's like December or something.
Yeah.
In theaters, they said.
Yeah, because it's a holiday movie. It's definitely a holiday movie.
Yeah, man.
It brings joy to all the children.
Who would it not bring joy to?
Exactly.
Nicolas Cage fighting aliens with his sword.
That's right.
Oh my god. Knowing. Nicolas Cage is in so many movies.
So many movies. Knowing was actually... I like that movie.
Yeah, me too. My favorite part was the
end.
Plane crash.
Oh, the plane crash? We're just like screaming. Gets out of his car, he's like screaming. Like, oh, you're okay. And honestly, I've seen him in so many movies. like so many good performances and then so many crazy performances. It's and I know they're gonna do another National Treasure movie.
I hope not. I hope not.
I think they are.
No.
I think they're in the process of doing it.
I want him to not be at the point where he's in theaters seriously again for a little bit. I want to enjoy things like this.
Yeah.
Wicker Man 2.
Ghost Rider 3.
That'll never happen, unfortunately.
Honestly, I just hope he shows up in the next like Doctor Strange movie or something.
I hope he's in the Spider-Man movie as one of the Spider-Mans. Like, they just replaced Andrew Garfield with him.
No. He plays Uncle Ben.
I would watch it.
I would so watch that. I would watch 20 of those. I'd be like, no, just replace him. He's another Spider-Man. He's Spider-Ham. No, actually, what am I even talking about? No, he was Spider-Man Noir.
Spider-Ham.
He was Spider-Man Noir in the last one. I would, if he doesn't actually show up in this next one, no good. That's not a good Spider-Man movie.
You need to see him though.
No, he'll be the physical
Spider-Man Noir.
Shows up, they just be a fedora wearing Spider-Man. It'll be amazing.
Yeah.
Just always in black and white.
I don't know, man.
Sometimes I burn matches down to my fingertips just to feel something. It's awesome.
He's great.
He is great.
He's a national treasure himself.
He is.
Maybe the movies are really about him.
Could be.
I don't remember his character's name.
I don't either. And it doesn't really matter, does it?
I think it's Big Daddy is his character's name.
Alright.
It might have been a different movie.
But, so, we're definitely going to watch that. We're winding down here. If we do a Cage cast, we should definitely just dissect 1 minute of Face Off.
Just Face Off?
Just Face Off. We'll just watch 1 minute of Face Off, talk about that.
You have to see Bad Lieutenant. Because I think that's peak Cage.
Yeah.
No, trust me.
I will. I had planned to actually watch that. There's a couple of movies I wanted to see. Mandy, I think it's called.
Oh, yeah.
I think he chainsaw fights a death cult or something like that.
Probably.
After they steal the woman he loves or kills the woman he loves, something along those lines. Looks
Drive
amazing.
Angry.
Drive Angry. I've seen the Ghost Rider movies. I think there was another movie around the time of Season of the Witch that I didn't see.
I'm sure there were plenty.
Yeah.
I walked into a Walmart one day. I don't know if I said this on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a whole section of like 10 of them together of just Nicolas Cage movies I'd never heard of.
Right. And it's insane. I'm just like, how in debt are you? Or do you
I don't
just...
think it's debt. I think it's just joy.
No, unfortunately it is because he's got a real big, apparently, spending problem.
Yeah, but maybe he does like working too.
Oh, I'm sure he loves working, but he could cut back a little bit.
Nah.
Yeah.
Maybe he just thinks that he'll get the good ones if he does them all.
True. That is true. Like, he'll just do... Because, there's Lord of War. There are good movies that he's done.
Yeah.
All right. But, again, we've ended, I think, on Nicolas Cage again. But, amazing.
We should always end on Nicolas Cage.
That's right. Go watch the trailer for Jiu-Jitsu. If you want to talk to us, we're on... Spreaker, Stitcher, iTunes, YouTube. You can find me we're on those as Precarious Pixels. You can find us on me on the Instagrams at Tim Martinek. I'm doing Inktober this month if you want to check out some stuff. You can find Bob at...
I'm at Bob J. Martin, MARTON on Instagram, and Martin_Bob on Twitter.
Alright. And as always... get out there, create, design. Maybe in Inktober I'll throw in some Nicolas Cage stuff. I'm sure there's like a few Halloween type movies I can throw in there.
There's definitely.
Oh yeah. Maybe I'll do a Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider theme, something.
Nice.
Or Drive Angry. It's pretty much the same thing.
It is, but you can see him the whole time.
It's true. His face isn't on fire.
That's right.
Oh man, I just thought about the transformation in those movies where he's just screaming and laughing.
The second one especially.
Especially in the second one. Alright, but we'll catch you guys next week. Alright, and we'll see you. Bye. Caw-caw!
Bye.
Caw-caw! To do a little redesigning with us, you can find Bob at Martin, MARTON _BOB on Twitter. And you can find me on Instagram at Tim Martinek, all one word, TIMMARTINEC. And you can join in us, have some fun, do your redesigns for this week's redesign. It's a lot of fun for us to do this, but we like to see fresh ideas and fresh artists like doing what they do as well. You can also hashtag it Precarious Pixels and we'll find it as well.